it does. Welcome to Unfiltered Friendship. Each and every week we're bringing you uncontrollable... Oh, I've done it again. Every other week we're uncontrollable laughter, rants, and figuring out what the fuck we're doing with our lives. There's explicit content, so if you don't like it...
Don't fucking listen.
Courtney gets her own mic.
Yay, finally.
Yeah, because, you know, the brains on this one actually figured out that I could get a USB... Splitter. Yeah, because I didn't actually think about it. And the whole reason why I've been using one microphone the past couple of episodes is because two of my USB ports in my laptop have decided just to conk out on me. But just saying that, doing that just now, it worked.
Yeah, because it worked because it register, but it's not enough power to fully make it work.
Yeah, it's weird to me.
Because these mics are needed a lot of power.
Yeah, they're good mics.
Reason being why your laptop would drain, and that's why you need it on charge while you do podcast.
That's true. They're nice mics, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, better than yours. Anyway, right.
Debatable.
Okay. How far can I? Okay. Right, so this is your true crime episode. So basically, I know there's been a different setup of the episodes since I've come back and doing it every other week. It's basically because I know when I first come back and doing one every other week was all right. So that meant once a month, that would be a true crime episode, right?
Yeah.
But then I was speaking to the boys and I was like, it's too much because it's not really what the podcast is supposed to be anymore.
No.
Because it's supposed to be like friendships, having a chat, like we done that last episode, and that's what it's supposed to be, and not just every other episode be a true crime episode, because that's not what I intended. So speaking to the boys, and I decided if I do it once every 4 episodes, like what we used to do, one every 4 episodes when it used to be
it just makes more sense, don't it?
It does, and it gives me the time to be able to do the research properly, get everything done. So every 4 episodes, it will be a true crime episode. Like it was if, say, I was doing it once a month, like if I was doing an episode every week, like how it was before. But anyway, Court, it's your first true crime episode.
It is.
Are you excited?
Yeah, I actually am.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Right. We're going to see how this goes because I didn't print it off. So if this doesn't work, then I'll get a bit frustrated. You will hear about it. Let's go. Like I've said to the boys, if you want to ask anything, just ask away. If you want to know something, because you're quite an inquisitive person anyway. Yeah. So it's going to be an interesting one. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, right. Sorry if you hear birds chirping or whatever outside. We have had to have the doors open because it's hot. And I'm sorry, you're in a fucking jumper. Twat.
Yeah.
Right. July 1988. Don't say that's old. It's the start of this horrifying story. Angela Woodruff called the police.
Okay.
Angela's mother, Kathleen Grundy, died 24th of June 1988. But it was Kathleen's will that started an investigation that the Greater Manchester Police never forget. You see, in Kathleen's will, it stated that the sole beneficiary of Mrs. Grundy's estate was her GP, Dr. Harold Frederick Shipman. You're already a bit confused, aren't you, May?
No, I'm not confused.
Okay. Have you heard of that name before?
No.
Oh, no.
Sorry, too young.
Pardon?
Said sorry, too young.
For fuck's sake. The issue with this, the whole will, that whole situation, and the reason why Angela rang the police is because Kathleen had 2 estates. So, obviously, if you're looking at, say, your mum's will, and you know she's got 2 properties, and it says, the sole beneficiary of my estate goes to my doctor, red flags.
Well, yeah.
Right?
But 2?
Hey?
2?
Yeah.
Okay.
She used to be, if I get this right, she used to be the mayor of Hyde. which is in Greater Manchester, which is
Okay.
where this takes place.
Okay, cool.
So she had a bit of wonga, basically,
Yeah.
a little bit. So Angela called the police, as you would, right? The police thankfully took this matter seriously and obtained a search warrant for Dr. Shipman's surgery, where they found a typewriter. Upon examination by experts who analysed the typewriter against Kathleen Grundy's will, it was determined that the exact typewriter found in Dr. Shipman's surgery was the same one that wrote that will.
Pardon?
I know.
Pardon?
I know. So, but he claimed, fucking twat, he claimed Mrs. Grundy loaned out the typewriter from him on multiple occasions. Bearing in mind, we're talking about an 81-year-old woman trying to lug around that typewriter. That's what trying to get you in hand. They fucking lug around a typewriter. And they're heavy. Have you ever picked up
I've
one?
seen them, yeah.
You've picked one up?
Yeah.
They're heavy.
Yeah, there's no way an 80-year-old woman is going to be lugging that around with them.
Exactly.
I don't think I could now.
No, same. We struggle lifting a bag of pet food up in work. Dr. Shipman had also signed Kathleen Grundy's death certificate. He stated that she died of natural causes.
So he signed it
He signed it.
and chose cause of death.
Yes.
That's not right, is it?
As the signing of that was the reason of death. Whatever it's called. What's it called?
It is like reason of
Reason
death,
yeah.
right?
Was old age.
That's just not right, is it?
No. So the police grew even more suspicious of Dr. Shipman. And the only way to see how Mrs. Grundy actually died was to exhume her body.
Yeah, of course.
There was no crime scene, no murder weapon. So this was literally the only way. And they did just that. So bear in mind, she died in July.
Yeah.
Okay? 1st of August, 1998. Or no, it's supposed to be 1988. I wrote that wrong. My bad.
Same year.
It's not. It's 10 years difference.
Well, no, I meant it happened the same year. Not.
Yes. No, sorry. Yeah. I understand. I'm like, what the fuck? So yeah. 1st of August, 1988. 3:30 a.m. Raining. Dark. Imagine this, right? The only thing that's covering these police and forensic lot is just a little tent. Just like tiny little prop-up tents.
Yeah.
Kathleen's body was exhumed and sent off to be thoroughly tested. The police investigation against Howard Shipman was about to get a little tougher, though, because a local newspaper received a tip connecting Dr. Shipman with Kathleen's death. And there was the indication that there could be many more.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Serial killer, bet you. Bound to be.
Can we just say I have not told Courtney anything
I don't
about
have
this?
a clue.
Right. Okay. Excuse you. Is he okay? Sounds like Carrie when she's trying to do the whale sounds. Okay. So I'm going to go back a little while now.
Okay, cool.
Let's go back to where it all started. Like before we get into like the police investigation, because that's gritty, that police investigation. So in September 1965, Harold Shipman entered the University of Leeds School of Medicine at 19 years old. He trained for 5 years and left Leeds in 1970 after marrying Primrose and having their first child. They had moved to Pontefract, where he was employed for 1 year at the General Infirmary. There was one night in particular that stayed in a nurse's mind. She was very young, she was 18 at the time. Both she and Shipman were working the night shift. This infirmary and had like 30 beds or something like that.
Very
Different
small.
rooms. Yeah, yeah. She remembers Dr. Shipman rushing through the corridors, making himself busy. 3 people died that night. All of them were ill, yeah. Granted, they're in an infirmary, so yeah, they are all ill, but not to the point that they were going to die suddenly. That nurse was only 18 at the time, so she didn't flag anything. She didn't tell anyone anything.
Well, no, she's really young. She probably didn't know any different, really.
And you got to think, being 18, she's probably not that. Like, she's only been doing it for a while.
Probably still classed as like trainee, so
Yeah.
she
Ow.
wouldn't even question it.
No. Plus, if you go to like any of your superiors about another superior, it's a bit iffy, isn't it?
Yeah, you can't, not really.
In early 1974, Shipman moved his family to Todmorden, which is just on the Lancashire-Yorkshire border.
Okay.
He secured a job in a busy GP practice. He became very popular with patients and partners of the practice and quickly made a name for himself in like a good way. Like, people just loved the guy. He took control of... You're like, okay. He took control of the disposal of out-of-date drugs and restocking them too. And he persuaded the partners to adopt a more modern system of patient data as well. In February 1975, the Home Office Drugs Inspectorate and the West Yorkshire Police Drug Squad became aware that Shipman was obtaining abnormal amounts of pethidine from a local pharmacy. Do you know what pethidine is?
No, but obviously it's bound to be quite a strong...
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a control
Yeah.
drug. Investigations into the practice's drug supply for patients was carried out, but no sufficient evidence came to light.
Okay.
The thing is, though, Shipman was held in such high esteem by everyone that this concern was just swept under the carpet.
Well, yeah, he wouldn't be questioned because he's all friendly with people.
And he's a GP.
Kind of, yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Nothing wrong with this guy.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
It was only in September 1975 that the partners of the GP practice discovered that Shipman was actually abusing pethidine, and he had been obtaining it to feed his habit. He had obtained them by saying it was for practice use, but large quantities could not be accounted for, and it was plain that he was taking them for himself, for his own use. Because of this, he got sent to a rehab, and he got referred to a psychiatrist and was successfully withdrawn from pethidine. So he's now sober, drug-free, the lot.
How long was he in there? Do we know? Was there quite a bit of time he was in there, or was it like quite quick? Do we know?
I read it. I can't remember how long. It was like a year-ish.
Okay, so it's quite a while for
Yeah,
rehab then.
Yeah.
Because rehab's like 3 months. Normally. Average.
No, I think he was like seeing the psychiatrist for like a year or something like that.
Okay.
I can't remember how long he was in rehab for. I can't fucking remember. So he got fined £600 and pretty much got let off because they thought he wasn't in danger to the public.
That's not right, is it?
Literally, the statement was, he's not a danger to the public. How ridiculous is that? Imagine, like...
Definitely is, because, I mean, what if he was, like, selling it to other people or, like, passing it on? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
As a GP,
Yeah, easy. Yeah.
job's gone, mate.
Exactly. Proceedings were carried out and it was determined that he could return as a practicing GP if he wanted. He did say that he wasn't going to, but then in 1977, he moved to Hyde, which is in Greater Manchester, and returned as a GP. So the same story as before, really. He was dedicated, popular with patients. He was active in introducing new ideas to the practice and organisations outside of it too. In 1992, so we're jumping forward like 14 years there,
Yeah.
Dr. Harold Shipman opened his own GP surgery. So he removed himself from that practice after 14 years. He did speak to the practice partners, and he was like, this is what I'm going to do.
Right.
Sayonara, basically.
Okay.
They did try and talk him out of it, but he was like, I'm gone. Bye. He didn't agree with some things that they're changing and everything. So he was like, I'm doing what I want to do, basically. He took all of his patients, all 3,000 of them, willingly.
Pardon?
Yes,
Really?
3,000 patients. He had a waiting list and everything.
Ridiculous.
And he began to flourish as a well-respected GP over the course of the next 6 years.
He must have been doing something to them patients to be all friendly with that many. Do you not think? Like,
The thing is, though, like, with his patients, like, he had a lot of elderly patients, and he done, like, house visits and everything. So, and that's what they're so used to. Like, doctors used to go on house visits and everything, and obviously as time's gone on, it doesn't happen anymore. But he was still doing that.
okay. Yeah, maybe.
By March of 98, certain people in Hyde had grown concerned about the rumour of Shipman's elderly patients who were dying suddenly and from similar circumstances. Like, all of them were just like,
Nah,
quite
that's
similar.
weird.
Yeah. One of the doctors in a nearby GP practice alerted the coroner to the concerns felt by herself and others about the deaths. But after a very small investigation, very small
I bet it was like,
investigation.
oh, let's look at like 2 people. Oh, no, they're fine. Okay, move on. It's fine.
Pretty much. Police determined that there was no evidence to substantiate them and no further action was taken.
It's a joke.
It's
It's a joke.
And now we've come back round to Kathleen Grande. Okay, so you've got your backstory on Harold Shipman and how he's got to hide, the story behind it and everything. Some suspicion from early days, being a drug addict and everything. Yeah.
No doubt.
So August 1988.
Okay.
No, it was 1998. It was 98.
Yeah.
Weird.
Okay.
The new post-mortem examination for Kathleen failed to establish a cause of death, and a decision was taken to carry out a toxicology report.
Poison. Drugs. It's gotta be.
We love a good toxicology.
No doubt, is there?
But on the 14th of August, the police were told that the forensics team had found the presence of morphine in her system. You're shaking your head, man. The police made this. Well, it made the police rethink everything, and the whole investigation. And they're now leaning towards homicide. As you would.
You think?
You think?
Like, come on.
They had decided to re-examine 19 deaths certified by Dr. Shipman, in which he had become aware of during the shooting investigation back in the March. Like that one with, when the coroner flagged up everything. Yeah, that investigation, they were like, we better re-examine this.
They reopened it.
They reopened it, basically. The police spoke to families of these people to see if there were any further concerns about the circumstances of the deaths. So, out of those 19, they pretty much went to all of them. And, like, all the families that were still there and was like, look, this is what's happening.
Yeah.
Is there any possibility that it could be similar? Like,
Yeah.
The police spoke to those people to see if there was any further concerns. Later in August, the investigation had been widened to 9 more deaths.
Oh.
Shit. So let's talk about the evidence that the police had.
Okay.
So 26th of August, a forensic document examiner confirmed that Kathleen will had been forged. Oh my God, teeth in, fuck. And the will itself had probably been typed in the same typewriter that they seized from Shipman's surgery.
Okay. Yeah.
28th of August, 2 days later, forensic scientists told the police that the levels of morphine in Kathleen's system were consistent with levels which had been previously known to have caused death by morphine overdose.
What the fuck? So she must have been told by him to take so much morphine.
How'd you know that?
Well, it's bound to, isn't it? No. What, just fucking injecting it into her? Isn't it?
During the I'm not telling you yet. God. During a police interview, under a pile of evidence against him, Shipman even tried to convince the police that Kathleen... Get this.
Okay.
He tried to convince the police that Kathleen Grundy had taken the morphine herself,
Yeah.
saying that he wondered very seriously whether this lady was taking drugs other than what he prescribed her.
I would just make her look insane. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, the police put it to him that they suspect that he had injected her with a fatal dose of morphine, which brought about her death. Do you know what his response was?
What?
No!
I would never.
I listened to the tapes, mate. He was like, no! No!
Knew it. I knew it.
Couldn't do it. The police were in a sticky situation, though, because the public refused to believe that this was their GP. They were like, absolutely not. Like, how?
Yeah, because he's too friendly.
Like, he's incredible. Like, they were literally like, everything that you're accusing him of, that's not our GP. You must have the wrong person. There's no way. These are the elderly residents who love the fact that the doctor was still doing house calls and caring so much for their whole community, like I said before. His patients thought the world of him. They thought he was God's gift. Like,
Yeah.
the best GP they've ever known, sort of thing.
Right.
The elderly generation, which was the majority of his patients, even bought him Christmas presents to say thank you for everything he had done for them. Mental, right?
Thank you for overdosing me.
Oh my God.
It's a present.
Fuck's sake. Yes.
It's true though. Come on.
Oh my God, here's a present for the overdose. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
On 7th of September 98, Dr. Harold Shipman was arrested on suspicion of the murder of Kathleen Grundy and of attempting to obtain property by deception and forgery. Obviously her will.
Yep.
So he's now in custody, and the police have to get to work to really dig into this man to see what other secrets he's been hiding.
But yeah, they get as many charges as possible now.
Well, they know that something's not right. They're like, this is definitely not the only time this has ever happened. We need to fucking figure this out now. So people from all over Hyde were calling in to the police, right, saying that one of their parents, either their mother or their father, most likely their mother, had died the exact same way as Kathleen. Exact same way.
Yeah.
Within a couple of weeks of the news being out about Kathleen's death, the list of potential victims grew to 17.
Okay.
And again, after a very short period of time, it grew to 62 deaths.
Pardon? Serial killer, mate. Just in the slyest way possible.
A DS on the case, you know what DS, Detective Sergeant,
Yes.
said that they had a whiteboard in, like, imagine, like in the police station, you've got this whiteboard in there thingy. And at the end of the initial inquiry, before they extended all of this, well, before the end of this inquiry, the whiteboard was totally full of names of potential victims. Like, you couldn't write anything else on this thing.
Them whiteboards are big as well.
They're big, and
They're
they had to get
huge.
extensions just to
That's
get some names on these
ridiculous.
boards. Just to keep up.
Because normally they flip them over as well. They're like double-sided. Have you seen them?
No, this was,
They're on the wall.
No, this is like whiteboard, corkboard.
Oh, it's just one-sided.
Yeah.
Then how?
So during September of 98, the bodies of Joan Melia, Winifred Mellor, and Bianca Pomfret were exhumed. 5th of October, Shipman was arrested and charged for their deaths.
Every single one?
Yeah, in October, the bodies of Marie Quinn and Ivy Lomas were exhumed. He was arrested for their murders.
Good.
November, Jean Lilly and Irene Turner were also exhumed. charged for their murders. February of 99, Muriel Grimshaw was exhumed. Guess what?
Arrested. Charged.
Absolutely. He was arrested and charged for hers too. So Dr. Harold Shipman was convinced that he could get away with murder.
No way.
And as a doctor, there was nothing that he couldn't explain away. So that was sort of like a power trip ego thing that he had going on, basically saying that I'm a doctor, this is what happened, you'll have to believe me because I'm a doctor. They were my patients.
Yeah, but he could easily put things in people's files like, oh, they're mentally not right.
The police know exactly how to play to Shipman's misplaced ego.
Mm.
So during an interview, they put a detective constable and a detective sergeant to conduct it.
Mm.
Harold does not want to be spoken to by them. He thinks like he deserves the big bosses to speak to him.
Yeah.
Like someone to match his stature and his level of intelligence and his ego and everything. He thought he'd be able to control the interview. No.
No way.
He wasn't going to get that, though. Do you really think the police is going to be like, yes, sir, no, sir, to him?
Are they fucked? Not with the evidence they had.
The evidence. The thing is, though, they know exactly who they're dealing with. Like, they know that he's not quite fucking right.
Well, no.
They know.
No wonder why he didn't want to go back in GP within the same place. He waited to move to then do it again.
Yeah.
He wouldn't go back.
Well, no, because
First time.
they already, like, when he said that he wasn't going to go back as a GP,
Yeah.
that was when he was in his drug era.
Yeah, but not only that, he would be watched, mind.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He
He
went
couldn't
back
get away
within
with
the
shit
same
if he's
place.
being watched.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't actually even
So
think
for
of
how
that.
many times he moved was that reason.
I didn't even think of it that way. Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you on that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, right, back to this interview.
Yeah.
They hit him with hard evidence. He did not expect it. An examination of his computer. You're on the ball with this. An examination revealed that he had tampered with the medical records of Winifred Miller,
Oh, you fucking go.
creating a false those kids. Creating a false history of heart disease to cover up her murder.
There you go.
Minutes after Mrs. Miller died, he went and fabricated her medical history. She had already died before he changed it all,
Mate.
just to try and cover up what he had done.
That's terrible. So did he do it with every fucking person then? I assume so.
No.
No?
No.
Just
Not
this
that
one?
they could see. He might have done it pre-death,
Yeah.
not
Like
post.
plan
Yeah,
ahead.
like sort of.
Oh,
Okay, if
they've
I write.
come into the doctor today, this is wrong, this is wrong.
Yeah. So they can't really tell because obviously, patient, you can go to your GP about anything, can't you?
Yeah.
Well, not us. We could take
For
2
now,
weeks
I've got
just to
to wait
see
a
our
week.
fucking it's ridiculous. The police told Shipman what they think happened. This is with Winifred.
Okay, yeah.
He went to her house, rolled up her sleeve, and administered a lethal dose of morphine and killed her. He denied this. Honestly, that police tape, I listened to the interview as well, and he was like, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's ridiculous.
Thing is, these patients wouldn't have even questioned it because they're like, oh, well, that's my doctor. If they're injecting me, they're injecting me. And that's that.
He denied it, and knowing he no longer had control where this interview was going, he shut up. No more words were spoken.
No comment.
No, not even a single word.
Yeah,
His
'cause there's
solicitor.
nothing else for him to say, is there?
No, his solicitor was like, "Can we take a break now, please?"
Are you tired?
Like, fuck's sake. And he couldn't take it anymore. His mind was being like consumed and overloaded with so many emotions that
Yeah.
you wouldn't really think of. When he went back to his cell, he had a breakdown. He broke. And unfortunately, that meant that the police had to stop questioning him. It got to a point where they wasn't allowed
He
to
was
question
like
him.
mentally insane at this rate.
He nearly collapsed on the floor. So the police could not talk to him. But they called in a forensic psychologist to help them understand what has happened with him, basically, saying like pretty much like he was fine, but what's caused this breakdown? Like, surely it's not just because we're giving him all this evidence against him. Like, what's causing it?
Yeah.
The psychologist. Oh my god.
Sorry, beg your pardon.
My god.
Beg your pardon. Didn't want to scare you. You still recording?
Yeah.
Hi, fans.
They love Dad.
You jumped a mile. Are you okay?
I scared the shit out of me. Anyway, the psychologist concluded that Harold had suppressed paranoid hostility
Okay.
and had no remorse really for what he's done.
So you don't give a fuck.
He didn't give a fuck. Did not care.
What happened to his wife and kids? Do we know?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. But the psychologist cleared Shipman as fit to carry on, so the police could redo
re-interviews.
resume their questioning. But he refused to cooperate with the police in any
Not
way.
that they needed to anyway, did they? With all the evidence they had.
No. Honestly, he had his back turned in an interview. He turned his chair around,
No
facing
way.
the wall, so he wasn't even looking at them. Nothing. When they tried to show him a photo of one of his potential victims, he's there, eyes closed, like arms crossed, eyes closed, and the police are like,
Just not interested.
he was not doing anything. He was not
He
cooperating.
wasn't even backing himself up at this rate. He was
No,
like,
nothing.
give up, done.
Yeah, you weren't denying it, nothing. He was like, well, but the thing is, if he opens his mouth, he could say something that can make him seem guilty.
Yeah, but him being like that's just as bad.
Exactly.
So what's the difference?
It's sort of like a nonchalant,
This is why I never understand when people tell you, "Oh, say no comment." Like,
well, you say no
it
comment.
makes you look worse.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Luckily for the police, though, they didn't even need him to cooperate or confess anything. The psychiatrist even turned around and said, I don't think he'll ever confess about anything. Because
he?
that's how he is.
Did he?
No.
He didn't.
So they didn't need him for anything because they had enough evidence to charge on his 15 counts of murder. They had enough. Like you said, they didn't need anything.
No.
On the 11th of October, 1999, the trial started. And it lasted 57 days.
That's long.
That's a long time. He was found guilty for all 15 murders that he was arrested for. So all the women that I had named previously, like Kathleen included.
Is it all women?
I think he had 2 men or something like that.
If it was all women, I'd find that strange too.
Hang on.
Okay.
This wasn't the last stop for the police, though. They knew there had to be more victims out there. They knew.
Bound to.
So the day after his conviction, a public inquiry was launched in Manchester to uncover the true scale of his crimes. I don't think you're ready for it. The inquiry investigated the deaths of nearly 900 of Harold Shipman's patients in Hyde and Todmorden.
Pardon?
Mm-hmm.
900.
900. Todmorden is where he had his drug issue. The number of patients who fell at the hands of Dr. Harold Shipman came to the astonishing amount of 215. But it may not represent the true number.
Well, no, there's probably still more.
215.
What the hell?
In near a 30-year career. That's
Mate,
insane.
that's ridiculous.
Shipman had never revealed why he murdered so many people. 13th of January 2004, just before you were born, Shipman hung himself in a cell. I know you want to laugh.
No, I don't want to laugh, but it's like...
Yeah, I know. His suicide was very well timed, though. this guy has fucking brains on him. Obviously, he's a GP,
Yeah,
went through medical school and everything. He's got some fucking brains on him. He said to one of the prison officers and sort of like the sort of prison psychiatrist that once his pension's all sorted out, he's going to kill himself. He told them that. He died before retirement age, which meant that his full pension and £100,000 lump sum went to his wife, Primrose.
He's smart, isn't he?
You fucking smart. His full pension, mind.
That's crazy.
And Primrose is there with his full pension and 100 grand lump sum all in one day.
That's mad.
Mad.
Did she say anything about this?
So obviously she was going through all the trials and everything. They did actually look into her because Shipman didn't drive because he had seizures. So he couldn't drive. So but she could. So she was taking him each which way basically. And they did look into her to see if she was involved, but she knew nothing.
Nothing at all.
No. But when the trial was going on, obviously she was there every day supporting him. Because she couldn't believe it. Because obviously
she wouldn't.
No, because he was denying everything, wasn't he? So to her, like, no, my husband could not do this. Because
no.
No,
She'd never seen any of it.
No, because when they first got married, not long after, obviously he got his doctorate. Before they moved, there was a documentary that I watched on this. That was basically a lot of the resource for this episode. They actually interviewed a woman that was their neighbour and their friend, and she said, like, he was lovely. She couldn't fault him. And he turned around to her and said, your mother's ill. Like, you need to get her checked out.
Yeah.
Her mother was actually very ill, and he helped her, and he postponed her death for a very long time. And she was like, I don't understand why she done it for my mum and not others.
No, that makes no sense.
It makes no sense.
But he played it careful because that's someone that's very close by.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really do it next door, can you?
No.
Like, do you know what I mean?
Exactly. So, the thing is, though, he became such an accomplished liar. Like, he lied about circumstances, both his attendance at the deaths and the visits that he made shortly before his patients' deaths. So he had a range of explanations why he'd been present during, like, all of the ones that he's been convicted for. He was present during all of their deaths. But he had an explanation to the relatives and the neighbours to why he was there.
Right.
But, what the fuck?
It's just a fly.
It's just a fly, that's fine.
It's just a fly. It's just a big fly.
I hate flies.
Yeah, not nice.
Give me a bee any day for a
I
fly.
had one in my bedroom
No, thank you.
the other night. And I'm trying to go to bed. I'm, like, laid there with my hands over my ears and, like, cover over my face.
They're so
Hate
loud.
them. Can't stand them.
Anyway, so there was, like, I also read that in his sort of death certificates of these patients, he would also write that there was someone else there. But on one of them, I read that he wrote that a daughter or a relative was in the same room as him. She wasn't. She was in the kitchen whilst he was injecting the woman with morphine.
Did he make the patients believe that something was wrong with them and it wasn't as well? Or is it just the case of he just lied?
Don't know. He's never spoke up about why.
See, I would like to know.
I would love to know
whether
why he done
the
it.
patients believed that was wrong with them.
Yeah.
And not just he just said that.
Exactly. I would love to know as well, but obviously we can't. We can't find out. We can never know.
Shit.
I know. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's not your fault.
No, I know. But no, he has never come out with reasons, with explanations at all, with why he chose certain people and why he saved other people. Like,
Yeah.
it's very, very weird. He never, ever said anything. Like, he never confessed to it. So if he went to go on and explain why his reasonings and everything, then that's his confession, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
So he couldn't do that because he was never going to confess because he didn't give a shit.
Well, no.
No. So, but thankfully, the coroners for all the towns that he had he's killed
Yeah.
people in. They've changed all the deaths, the reason of deaths for every single one of them to homicide.
But then how?
Yeah, so they've given the families back sort of that control, and that, you know, is sort of like an understanding this is actually what happened.
It's like a closure to their
Thank
death.
you, that's what I was looking
Yeah.
for. Yeah, thank you, appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Now, 20 years on, and Dr. Harold Shipman is still England's most prolific serial killer.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. Mine, from a range of 215 people that he killed. Without anyone.
What, 30 years?
Not even 30 years. Not even
It's
that.
ridiculous.
No, just over like 25, 26
That's
years.
smart, though, I will say. Like, that is a smart way he done it.
The thing is, though, it's like...
But did he just get the degree to do that?
That's what I've been thinking, honestly. So basically, when I was researching all of this, I went through loads of different research. I read through all of the inquiry reports.
Yeah.
There was like 4 inquiry reports. I read through every single one of them, word for word.
I bet.
And I watched a documentary on it because it enticed me so much.
Yeah.
Because it was literally just like, somewhere, surely there has to be a reason.
Yeah, like, I
Because-
thought maybe it was like, I don't even know. Maybe he was like mentally ill, but I don't know.
I don't know.
Was
I
it
really
just something that maybe he's just a crazy person?
I think the psychiatrist in the documentary, if I remember correctly, in the documentary, he did turn around and say, like, if he did do it, it was just because he wanted to. Because he didn't
It
have
must
that
have
filter in
been.
his brain of being
Yeah.
like, this is bad.
This is wrong.
Yeah. He sort of got off on it. You know, like normal...
Felt powerful.
Yes. Ego boost.
Yeah.
Powerful. I'm a GP. I can do this and no one will question it.
Literally.
Yeah.
It's a sense of power.
It is, it very much is. Like, imagine sitting in that waiting room and, like, you know, like some GPs have like a tannoy system, right?
Yeah.
Imagine sitting in that waiting room and over the tannoy it goes, Dr. Death will see you now. Imagine that, because that's what they used to call him.
Yeah, that's fucking terrifying.
That's his
I'm
name.
like, no thank you, and walk out.
No, thank you. Like,
But why do you think, like, the way we are now, like, we would question everything with doctors.
Yeah.
We would go, why am I having this? Why? Like,
Yeah.
it's not just, okay, like, I believe you.
it was also because with the elderly, like the older generation, they're so used to people like Harold Shipman being like, you need this. And they won't
But they're
question it.
vulnerable.
It's vulnerability. It's naivety.
Like, was
as well.
any of them patients young?
No.
Or was it all old people?
They were all older
Because
generation.
they can get away with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because whether they got dementia or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
not going to remember anyway, are they?
No,
Like, if
no.
they get told information that's something wrong with them,
Mm-hmm. Then
no question.
But it's also like, if they go to a GP for something, like with him, it's most probably what it was is they've gone to him saying like, oh, I've got pain here, and he's like, oh, okay. Like, there was actually a woman who survived.
Okay.
She said that she went to Dr. Shipman. She wasn't that old. She must have just been about middle-aged, nearing like 70 sort of
Okay.
ish, the range. And she went to him because she had like, I can't remember what it was. She had an issue with one of her organs, I think. And he said, okay, so take these tablets, go home and just rest up. I'll come and visit you after the surgery's closed. She's like, okay. So she goes home, rests up. She feels a bit weird. She's like in and out of it.
Yeah.
He comes in after the surgery closed, injects her with something, and then he tries to revive her. And then she ends up in the hospital.
Okay, but why would he inject her then try and revive?
That's
Who
what I'm
does that?
saying. That's what I'm saying. What was
Did
his
he,
game plan
like,
there?
instant regret?
He wouldn't have regret for it.
No, but do you know what I'm saying?
have
Like,
it.
who does that?
No, I know. Unless he was just sort of like, she's going to survive this. Because
Yeah,
with
you might
that,
realise it's not going to work.
yeah, because the amount of morphine that he was given to the elderly people, it would fuck up their heart.
Yeah.
It'd give them the heart attacks and everything. that's why he was doing it. It's all because it was easy. It was easy to target the older generation. That's probably why he like aimed his patient criteria.
Weaker immune systems, etc.
Weaker hearts.
Organs.
Yeah.
Body took over.
Yeah, exactly, pretty much. So it was most probably just like it was pretty much easy pickings for him, which is sad. I love old people.
I know.
I love old people.
Do you know what I hate it when I see an old person sat on their own eating? I hate it.
Do you know what I hate?
I literally want to cry.
No, do you know what I actually cry every time I always think about pulling over and helping. It's like an old person walking with their like
I know.
their walkers.
I've helped a few.
You have.
Yeah. Instinct. I'm like, no, I can't.
I get so upset.
Or like, I'll ask if they want help. If they don't, fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if they're struggling, then yeah.
Yeah. The thing is though, if I pull up in my fucking massive car, they're not exactly.
There's me walking the street, obviously, so you know it makes more sense.
Yeah.
I don't drive, so.
Yeah. So with me pulling up, going, "Oh, do you want to lift somewhere?" That's a bit weird.
Yeah, I've always been taught it since I was young.
See, I would like. The thing is, like with me, I would love to, but I know that it's probably going to be taken the wrong way by certain people.
That's the thing. Like nowadays, it can be took the wrong way. Like I've done it less often now, but like I would say when I was in school, not that long ago, but
Not that long ago. No.
it's still different.
Yeah,
it was
it
different.
is very different. But like,
And if I'm in school uniform, they're not gonna think it's weird, are they?
No.
Because I'm a kid.
yeah, exactly. I think, but like back in like 88, 98, that sort of era, I guess it was just norm.
Yeah.
It was norm to just be like, oh yeah, like you believe every word like your GP will say. Like you'll say hello to the kid down the street and you won't fear for your life
Well, no.
like it is now. It's got quite bad now actually, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But for Dr. Shipman to do what he done and get away with it very slyly, very cleverly for nearly 30 years. That I know he must have had brains on him, but that took the piss.
Yeah, it's cruel, mate.
Because you think like you got what Jack the Ripper in UK history,
Yeah.
right? You got the Yorkshire Rippers. You
But
got
they're like violent.
Yeah.
They're not sly and
no. The thing
secretly.
exactly. The thing is though, a lot of people, if you talk about like UK serial killers, that's who you would go for, right?
Yeah.
It's like the ones that was brutal
Yeah.
and stuff. But they're not the worst. He's the worst.
He's the worst, but he's like the wimpiest version.
Yeah. But I reckon, to be honest
he's the
with you,
wimpiest version, but yet he done more because he got away with it for longer.
I also think, I don't think he's wimpier in that sense. I think he's more, it's going to be like a bad thing. Don't take this the wrong way, anyone.
No, of
Please.
course.
I think he's more mental than all of them. Like,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
because there was one incident where he was actually going into the police station with a solicitor, and there was a reporter on the corner who was taking photos of him, obviously for the front page of the news and everything. And Dr. Shipman was literally like running up to him going, "Is this what you want? Is this what you want?" He got quite angry. So I think that just one flip and he would blow. I think if he got challenged or anything like that, back in the early days, I reckon he could have got brutal with the murders.
Possibly. Yeah.
I don't think it would have been so easy for him to get away with because of his mentality, because of his state of mind. I reckon just one little flip, he would have gone on a killing
Easy.
spree
Yeah, possibly.
and been brutal. And then obviously, the thing is though, people think about the horrific ones, like the brutal ones and that, but they don't actually understand that, yes, okay, they're brutal. You would hear about them because they're brutal, but you'll hear about them because obviously the government want to inform you about this is what's happened, but they also want to scaremonger you a little bit. That's why I hate the news.
Yeah, it's all about scaremongering.
It's a lot about scaremongering. And they're not going to turn around and be like, oh yeah, a GP in the UK has killed 215 people, most probably more.
Yeah.
You're not going to do that because they need the NHS to keep going. They need the funding from the NHS. They need people to keep going to your GP.
Yeah, the
and
only way they
everything.
get the funding is us turning up.
Exactly. So not a lot of people would have heard the name Dr. Harold Shipman. But he was a horrible, horrific, disgusting serial killer in the UK.
Shit.
Mental, really, innit?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Mm.
I didn't even know about it, so.
A lot of people don't. That's the thing.
Because it's a GP.
Yeah, 'cause it's your
Simple
GP.
as.
It's like your GP down the fucking road.
You imagine? Do you know how many people would be like, I ain't going to doctors anymore, fuck that?
Exactly.
Yeah, no.
No, I can't. I could never think of tuning into the news and seeing like my GP down the road as like a fucking serial killer.
You wouldn't hear it. You wouldn't.
No.
It would be news, but it would be very Bristol Live kind of news. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
very
not
small.
national. Regional,
Yeah.
not national. Yeah.
Very small.
Yeah. But then, because us Bristolians have loud mouths, the whole nation will hear about it.
Well, yeah, but
It'll be all over TikTok.
We'll make sure of that, but
Well, yeah, because people need to know these things. They really do. I was going to actually say something and I forgot.
yeah, because if they move like he did,
exactly. How would you know?
yeah,
Yeah. I don't know. Well, like, I like to look into cases of, like, people that no one really hears about.
well, yeah, because more interesting. Because otherwise we'll be sat here going, yeah,
I
no.
already know that one. Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
I think, like, the first one I done with Jackie Ansel Lamb and, like, the double murder
Yeah.
that was going on there, no one heard about it. So, my mum didn't even hear about it, and she was their age.
It's mental.
Like, she didn't even fucking know, because you don't talk about it.
No.
But it's also, like, obviously Zodiac Killer. I've wanted to do a Zodiac Killer episode. Like, since I started this podcast, I wanted to do that episode. I'm glad I'd done it. And what one did I do before? What was the last one we done? You remember this more than me.
Oh my god, it was.
Hang on. Can I get it up?
What was it? I'm trying to think.
Hang on. Oh, the Creepy Steve.
Yeah.
Creepy Steve, back at it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the dad that blew up him and his kids. Yeah. Like, people didn't hear about that. And then people have never heard of Harold Shipman. But
crazy.
I'm grateful to my mum.
Yeah.
My mum was literally... Because I think it was back... I think it was before I'd done the Zodiac case. It must have been like I turned around to my mum and I was like, oh, I need to find... Like, I was really up for it. I was like, I need to find a new case to, like, do and everything. And my mum was like, well, why don't you do Dr. Death? I'm like, excuse you? And she was like, Dr. Death, Harold Shipman. And I was like, who's that? And she went, look him up and do it.
Okay.
I had no
Yeah.
clue. But yeah, she was like, look it up and you'll find out who that is. And then I turned around to her and I looked him up when I was with her.
Yeah.
And I was like, that would be a good one to do one day, but I'm not really in that space yet to be able to. Because, like, with me, with researching that lot, like, it's good to have that, like, the sort of the documentaries and the, like, police inquiry reports and everything. It's really good to have all of that, but you need to know where to look to find it.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of, like...
Of course.
To get through it all.
Yeah.
I done it in 2 days, though, so I'm quite proud of it. Because I forgot
Yeah,
about
you've
it.
done quite well, to be fair.
I forgot about it.
Did you?
Yeah, I forgot about it.
How
to be
dare
honest
you?
with you. No, I forgot that I actually had to do all the research myself. Yeah.
Can't just go, oh, we're going to speak about this. What?
Yeah. No.
Do you know how many questions there would have been? I'd been asking a question every second, mate.
Yeah. You were on the ball with that, though.
Yeah.
You're
Wow.
like, serial killer, no, fact, move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair play. Fair play.
This is why I want to get one of them murder case files and figure them out. You know, you
I
can,
love
like...
them, yeah, I really want
I
one.
want
Should
to
we
get one.
Should
We
we get
should.
one? We should get one.
That'd be fun.
We should. And it's like, you know the ones that it's like specifically for Bristol, and you can get like the ones
Yeah.
and you get different clues all around Bristol. Should we get one?
We should.
We should get one.
We should get one. That'd be good.
That'd be funny as well. Yeah, cool. Anyway, that is the story of Dr. Death.
Dr. Death.
Dr. Death. Yeah, creepy motherfucker. Anyway, the usual shits and gigs at the end of the episode. Message in. If you've got, I've said this every single time, but if you've got any like sort of true crime shit that you want me to talk about, or anything, any story that you want me to look into and do research for, please just let me know. Or if you love, like, say, a serial killer and you want to know, like, their story about all the murders that they've done, how brutal it is, how not, let me know. Email unfilteredfriendship thepodcast@gmail.com, or drop me a WhatsApp on 0759 111 5523. What? Follow on Instagram and TikTok, Unfiltered Friendship, the podcast. And yeah, rate 5 stars. Why should they rate 5 stars?
They just have to.
They have to.
Bailey will come after you.
Bailey will come after you.
Yeah.
He's gonna love that. Like Howard, like Bailey will come after you. Yeah. So rate 5 stars. Spread the word. Tell everyone about this podcast, please. I would really appreciate it. Have you told anyone about this podcast?
A few.
Have you actually?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, mate. Appreciate
You're
it.
welcome.
Thanks, appreciate it. Anyway, yeah. Till next time, which is in 2 weeks' time. Love you, bye.
Bye.